All right. Hello, everybody. This is the Habitat issue triage for May the 1st, 2018. We're going to go through our untriaged issues and triage them. All right. So I'll go ahead and paste this into All right, so looks like we got 54 issues to take a look at. So we'll start with Habitat 5011. tar exporter file name ends in GZ, but file is not a gzip. Take a second to read through this. Okay, that seems like a fairly straightforward thing to fix. Probably should gzip it.
Yeah, that looks weird. If this is not the case, we should do it. Yeah.
Okay. And we will backlog that. This will be an exporter issue. Bug. Easy to fix.
Should be.
Involves some REST coding. And this is probably the developer experience. Does that look good?
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything we need to say on this one other than yep?
Seems weird that it's this way. I don't know. Somebody probably has more history, but we don't have to debate it right now.
Okay. All right. So that sounds good. Moving on. Builder 407. Capture and record the commit SHA for build.
I could have. Yeah, I could have put this. I left this in triage just because I wanted to get a little bit of, I don't know, initial feedback on it or whatever. We can move it to the backlog if you guys think it's reasonable. But yeah, it just seemed like something people kind of ask for often, you know.
Yeah, I saw this morning and added the link here. It's come up before, like this should be just part of the metadata that we record when we build a package, which is what this 3045
oh, cool.
issue
okay.
Because that's nice to have, like when you're debugging things and trying to figure out what code did this package come from. But I think this issue is related but slightly different than just recording it as build metadata. Is that right, Chris?
No, not necessarily. I mean, if there were a way to record it as part, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the packaging process. So if there were some way to record it as standard metadata in some way that could be retrieved on a package, that would probably be best, I would think. But Salim and I chatted a little bit about yesterday, and we thought maybe we could capture it as an environment variable during a build run or something. But then for those that don't run their builds through Builder, they wouldn't get the benefit of it. So if it's possible to, I don't know what package metadata looks like. If you can capture arbitrary key value things as package metadata, if so, awesome.
So there's an issue for like arbitrary stuff, definitely, but this feels like probably something that like we as the makers of the tooling building the stuff can like handle just out of the box without people having to opt-in. I'm just wondering if there was any additional use here. Send notifications. So I know that they've been doing stuff with like callbacks in their build process that can like send notifications like independently of anything that builder is doing. So I guess if we were capturing that metadata, like it would be there for that to use. So maybe it really is just a matter of we should record that.
Yeah, this one is this more for the packaging? Because you have webhook stuff in here. For the webhooks and the builder scenarios, Chris, I think when we put in build reason, we'll definitely have something like this. But the question here is whether that goes into the package or not. I think Tasha's take also was like we don't immediately put it into the package, but maybe this needs more discussion in terms of
maybe.
So like part of it, the environment variable and exposing it to that's easy enough through builder, but I think the key question here is, does this also become a package metadata thing? And if it does, it does seem like it has use enough that it could be used in a broad number of scenarios. So it seems like that would be
reasonable. What I was thinking when I initially made this this issue.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the kind of thing that's so often, these things go together so often, a commit and a build resulting from it in so many different workflows that I think it would be a nice feature.
Yeah. Sounds like it's the same thing.
Yeah, I think so. If you guys agree, it could be the same thing. I mean, we could check with Tasha to see what she thinks too, but sounds like we're in agreement.
Okay. Do we maybe want to close this in favor of 3045?
Yeah, I'll do that if that's cool with you guys.
What do you think, Salim?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
We'll do it.
Wait, let's close that one out in favor of the pre-existing one. Maybe we can bump that one's priority a little bit.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, Chris is going to do that.
Okay. All right. Did I? All right. So you're doing that one. CorePlans, add CA search dependency to JRE and JDK package. All right. Take a second to read through this. Okay. Seems like something that we could do.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. Looks like Remain's chimed in on this. So add it to the backlog. And moving on. All right. Number 5000. Had package search behaves unexpectedly. And this one's a little bit of a long one. I was reading through it earlier, and the basic gist of it is that the term that we're giving to search, it's not exactly clear what that is or how it's supposed to behave. Like he's given a bunch of examples here. Like you search for inspec, it gives a bunch of things, but there's no way to paginate it. Searching for chef inspec is serving up other things that you wouldn't expect from that.
Yep.
I think there's been some other issues around the search functionality
Mm-hmm.
in the past. Like people have wanted like the ability to, search packages for, what files they contain, and other things like that. It seems like it's sort of in line with those. You have any thoughts on this, Salim?
I think this is all valid stuff, right? There's,
Yeah.
he's calling out absolutely valid things. I think maybe it could be, I don't know, should it be separate issues because there's multiple things to parse here in this, but yeah, I think we should at some point take this on. I don't know what the prioritization is going to be on this, but
Yeah. So builder CLI, there's some documentation to go along with it.
mm-hmm.
Bugs. Unsure how easy it will be necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so builder, developer experience.
Yeah, I mean, this almost needs to be a user experience design discussion for search, both the UI and the CLI search. I think should probably have parity and it be pretty obvious what's happening. I don't think they do.
So should we add front end?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that would be good.
All right.
I'll add a little note to it about what you just described, Salim. Just sort of,
Okay,
have some UX discussion around this too.
Okay, cool. All right. Next up, buildception. Build in another build.
Yeah, this is a good one.
What's going on here?
So it looks like well, I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but from the behavior, you see a build happening in the build log, and then there's another separate build that starts up with the same group ID. So this is some behavior in kind of a retry scenario that's reusing the group ID, and it's showing up as the same build log. You just need to investigate and repro it. Doesn't happen very often, but we've seen it once in a while.
Oh, so like building the same package, like if it starts up and has to retry, you get the output from each time?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Something like that. It looks like
okay. I think I may have an idea of what's going on here.
Okay. I see.
Maybe.
I put something at the bottom that is showing multiple builds getting dispatched in fairly close order. So it's not clear why. Usually the retry thing's about an hour. If you don't have the build succeed, it'll retry. But
Right.
something obviously happened here. It's just not clear from the logs enough what happened. So we're gonna have to try and repro it.
Okay. Maybe we can talk later about this one.
Yeah. This should just go into the backlog with a builder bug label.
Builder bug. All right. Look good?
Yeah, looks good.
Okay. Cool. Does not preserve the ordering. All right. So this one you reported, Salim. I think we've had this pop up in various guises in the past. I think that this is actually fixed once the stuff that Fletcher is currently working on merges.
Okay.
But we'll put it in the backlog for the time being. But yeah, I think that this will be closed out fairly soon.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Let's see. Sodium incompatible with my OS. Okay. It'd be nice to know what OS this is.
Yeah, it's hard to go further
Yeah.
without knowing what more information about this. I haven't seen this reported in the past before, so probably not a widespread issue.
Yeah, I would be curious to know what the OS is, some additional like debug logging, what exactly is trying to be installed, like the packages that are at play.
Yep.
Do we want to maybe backlog this with, we have some labels for needs more information?
Yeah, we could backlog it or leave it in triage and see if we can get some information from the reporter.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's ask. Put a comment in there.
Move it back to needs triage. Chris, would you?
I got it.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
You bet.
All right. Next up, build your job demote help text is incorrect.
Yeah, we should fix this.
All right. That seems like some low-hanging fruit.
Yep.
All right. So CLI, potentially builder. Bug, easy, Rust, developer experience. All good?
Yep, looks good.
All right. CorePlan. HTTPD server host should not point to package path. Like you made this one, Salim?
Yeah, I did. I was noticing that there were some entries that were pointing to the hard-coded package location path. And so when HTTPD comes up, it'll actually create some content like htdocs and some sample index HTML inside of the package because that's where we're pointing it to. And then we put content in the service folder here. So I was just thinking maybe that should not be the way it is, but then there's, and actually I think it's server root, not server host, but there's implications for changing it too. So I don't really know if we should, change it or leave it as it is. I just wanted to at least open the issue.
Well, we definitely shouldn't be writing things into the package itself, but it looks like I got some feedback here that changing it to service data path breaks things.
Right, because the modules end up inside of the package. We pull in the modules that should be loaded. So.
Okay, so something needs to change, that's for sure.
Right. If there's a way to configure the module loading without, having server root point to that path, I don't know. This might be kind of the no-win type of thing where it's just not possible to do what we wanted to do here, just because of the config options.
We probably need some people with some more Apache expertise to chime in.
Yeah.
Definitely seems like something needs to be fixed there, because writing into the package itself seems like a not good thing.
Yep. Yep.
All right, let's move on. Matt has added dependency. C++. All right, I think this probably just wasn't put into the backlog. I don't see why we wouldn't do this.
Yeah, we should do it.
All right, pull through archive service. Let's see what these background issues are.
Yeah, this is when the upstream goes away.
Oh, so this is when we're trying to build other people's source code, like us maintaining a cache of that.
Right, something like that.
That's interesting. Sounds like something that maybe we would want to have some discussions about.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I guess we leave it in needs triage until we've had that discussion.
Sure, that's fine.
All right. All right. Randomly generate default values of uninitialized. Secure admins passwords. That's interesting.
Yeah, okay. Ian, I think, nailed it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it would be nice, but yeah.
Okay, so this just fell through our issue migration process, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. All right. How to run services that need to spawn multiple processes. Again, looks like this was help wanted. So I think Ian. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Should have been a backlog. All right. Control arrow in Studio Shell.
I agree with this one just personally. It is kind of like, I know it's, is there a way to configure this? I mean, because I've manually configured it in like iTerm 2 or whatever, but I don't know if there's a, because yeah, man, I use it all the time and I'm like, you know, so I sympathize.
That would be nice to have. Maybe it's also another help wanted, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one looks like help wanted too. I think all the rest might be help wanted already because they're all pretty old. Yeah, they're all marked help wanted.
Are they?
Yeah. As far as I can tell, I'm just going down the list.
Okay. Yeah, so help wanted, help wanted. This one's not.
Which one is that?
Election is never based on service health. Yes. Yeah, so right now we are not currently gossiping service health. If we were to do that, we would need to do it intelligently so that we don't exacerbate any sort of like flapping problems or transient health blips. Yeah. Yeah. I think we probably still need to do some thinking about this. Yeah, that would be a useful thing. Okay. All right, help wanted, help wanted, help wanted, help wanted.
I mean, there could be some limit in terms of X number of health checks fail, and then new election happens.
It probably would look something like that.
Yeah. But this definitely seems legit issue.
I think the GHC Strike Team Omega Awesome Unikit and Sparkle Monsters probably have this well in hand. Okay, I think that has been triaged. Everything else looks like it has been previously triaged and just didn't fully make it through our migration into Zen Hub.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that's the case, we can go ahead and backlog all of those offline, and I guess we are done today.
Yay.
So
wow.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Twice the triage in half the time. I like that.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever reached the end of the list. It's fantastic.
Cool.
All right. Do you want the satisfaction CM of command clicking all those things and
yeah, I'll take care of it.
Because it feels good, man. All right, cheers.
Well, that's it. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.